Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As promised, I'm back with another video. And this time, I'm preparing you guys. I'm getting you guys prepared. And with the tools that I'm giving you right now, and all you have to do, I hope you guys are paying attention and maybe bookmarking some of these videos. Definitely share the videos with loved ones or people that you know that could benefit from learning a little bit more about cryptocurrency, or if they are already dabbling in cryptocurrency, share these videos with them so that they can get some of these tools and opportunities that you guys get. Guys, today we're going to talk about fear and greed, the fear and greed index, actually. And that's something that we talk about a lot on here, but I never really go in depth about it because, sometimes I look at it and say, what's the tell? But there's a lot to tell, and there's a lot to dissect about the fear and greed. And if you are a crypto investor, whether you're new to crypto or you're or you're a seasoned investor, the fear and greed index is not to be ignored. All of my vets out there that invest in crypto, you know how important the fear and greed index is. And this is the fear and greed index is not just with crypto, it's overall with stocks as well. But we're going to be talking about it with crypto and how to make money with it. And if you are new to cryptocurrency and you just, you're getting your ground underneath your feet, and you're gathering all this information and you're taking it in, it's coming, back, it's just coming at you all at one time. You just breathe. Just breathe. I'm going to make it easy for you. And we're going to hop over here and I'm going to talk about it. If this is your first time here, by all means, welcome to the channel. Grow Rich, Grow Happy. This is where we truly follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And, hey, you're more than welcome. Only thing I ask, share the content or smash that like. Smash that like button. It does wonder. It helps. It does wonders, and it helps the channel grow. Make sure that you subscribe if you already haven't, or just keep peeking in every now and then. I'll be here. I will be here, and check down below at all the freebies and the different discounts that I have for you. The one I'm really pushing right now is your cold storage wallets. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump over here, and we're gonna talk about this thing right here, fear and greed. This thing right here. That's a 48 right now. Yesterday it was a 40. Yesterday it was a 51, I believe. And this thing bounces up and down, just depending on the sentiment of the market. And a lot of you guys, rarely do I pop over to coin market cap or pop over to check out tokens and coins and find out what's going on in the market. Rarely do I pop over here and not say something about the fear and greed. We're about neutral right now, but in this video, you'll get to learn why the fear and greed is so important and how to make money with it. How to make some serious money with the fear and greed. And you might not get it the first time, but I guarantee if you keep it at the forefront of all your crypto investing, you will make a lot of money. Tons of money. Without further ado, let's jump over here, guys. CryptoNews.com. Now, I've shown you guys why I come over to Crypto News, so I'm not going to go off into that. But I am going to talk about this fear and greed as they covered it. And actually, they covered this September 9th. I'm surprised I missed it much as I'm on here. But I could not have come across it and not shared this with you guys, because I want you guys to be as knowledgeable as possible. I'm not one of those people that try to, just hide all the information, just keep it all to myself. I realize that in order to be successful, you guys need as many tools and opportunities as you can get. Fear and greed is the biggest. So we're going to talk about it. They say, what is the fear and greed index in crypto and how to use it? Guys, I'm going to pin this also down in the description so you guys can check it out. But let's jump into this. Okay. Fear and greed explained. All right, before we get to that though, here's the key takeaways. that we're going to be talking about. The Fear and Greed Index measures emotions and feelings in the market, turning them into a score from 0 to 100. I think I've told you guys that. The index is calculated using data from various sources such as market movements, social media, and Google Trends. News, the global economy, technological advances, and market manipulation can affect the index. Yep, it sure can. You've read that right. Trading with the Fear and Greed Index often means doing the opposite, buying in fear and selling in greed. Remember that I said that. Remember that. Okay, fear and greed. All right, guys. The concept of fear and greed comes from the stock market and traditional finance. In the crypto world, the index is usually based on the Bitcoin data. That's something to always remember, guys. The Fear and Greed Index is a tool that analyzes emotions and sentiments from different sources and crunches them into one simple range, ranging from 0 to 100. A score of 0, which is down here, means extreme fear, run. And a score of 100 means extreme greed. Well, when we talk about buying the dip, you always hear me say, buy the dip, buy the dip. See the shirt, buy the dip. Well, 9 times out of 10, when we're saying buy the dip, unless you're just buying regardless of what the price is of your favorite crypto, typically we're in the red zone when we're saying buy the dip. Okay? Fear 31, extreme fear 25, and on down. Okay. How is crypto fear and greed index calculated? For some of you, this might not even be interesting, but you need to pay attention and you need to find a way to make it interesting. This is knowledge. Pay attention. Okay. The Fear and Greed Index for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is calculated using various data sources that show the general mood of the crypto market. Here are some frequently used types of data. Volatility. Oh, do we see volatility? A sudden spike in volatility often points to a fearful market. Market volume. High buying volumes on a consistent basis can suggest that the market is acting greedily. Mind you, that happened in January of this year. Around January this year, a lot of people was anticipating the halving, and boom, they just start buying up crypto. Everybody's wallets was inflated, and then boom, somebody punched a hole in it. Okay, social media and surveys. A high volume of posts and hashtags can indicate growing public interest in greed. Guys, it's about to start. Bitcoin dominance. This is the most important. Bitcoin dominance is the market cap share of Bitcoin compared to the entire crypto market. An increase in Bitcoin's dominance suggests fear. It's kind of like people buying gold when inflation is high and they're like, oh, I need to hurry up and buy gold and put it in my safe because a catastrophe is coming. Same with Bitcoin. So, an increase in Bitcoin's dominance suggests fear in the market as investors might be moving away from riskier altcoins like the Caspers, ICPs, and yada yada, like those. So they're going to be buying Bitcoin and stashing it away. Hope that makes sense. Okay. What affects the Fear and Greed Index? In January 2024, I was just saying that, Bitcoin reached the extreme greed level, scoring 76 in anticipation of the Bitcoin ETF approval, and having, but maybe I got that backwards, but it's definitely for the ETF approval. Okay, in July 2024, the crypto fear and greed index fell to extreme fear. This drop was caused by news that MARGEX, a Bitcoin exchange that collapsed in 2014, started paying back its creditors. Now, I covered that on this channel, and that was a big deal. That was a big deal. A lot of people was anticipating, including myself, some of these folks that was, getting their Bitcoin back to run in and sell it. Considering when they bought Bitcoin, it was so much cheaper. And all these gangs, they was just going to go, and they was like, I'm tired of eating tuna fish. I need some steak. So because of that, there was a lot of fear that it was going to drive the Bitcoin price down. But I don't think it happened. Okay, starting paying back. Okay, this could potentially release billions worth of Bitcoin onto the market, driving the price down. Additionally, the German government sold a significant amount of its Bitcoin holdings around the same time. So there was a lot affecting that. Okay, so as you can see, the fear and greed in the crypto market are impacted by various events and market conditions that influence investors' sentiment and behavior. Here are some key factors, and this. Pay attention to these guys. Market news and events. What do we talk about here? The importance of looking at current events. It says news about regulatory changes, hacks, or security breaches, technological advances, or macroeconomic events can significantly affect investor sentiment. Now, I swear, had this article come out like today, or yesterday, I'd have sworn down they was looking at my channel, because these are the things that I talked about right here is things you need to look at when going into this crypto bull run. So I like to see that I make some sense, and I hope I make some sense to you guys. For example, announcements about countries banning or regulating cryptocurrencies can instill fear, but news of mainstream adoption can trigger greed. I say we're headed toward greed. Okay, price fluctuations. Oh, who doesn't get that, right? Sharp price increases can lead to greed as investors rush to capitalize on rising values, while sudden price drops can trigger fear. Global economic conditions. Guys, I'm telling you, if you want to be a successful investor, when I post this at the bottom, you need to print this out or at least bookmark it and look back on this when you're feeling like you are just busted and the asset class of cryptocurrency that you've invested in is just going nowhere. This is an article you want to look back on. Okay, global economic conditions, broader economic factors such as interest rates, man, and the health of the global economy can influence risk appetite. Economic instability can make safer assets more appealing, driving fear in riskier markets like crypto. Technological advances, the launch of new platforms, enhancements in blockchain technology. Are we getting all of this? Are you starting to make sense to you guys? Or scalability improvements can create a greedy market atmosphere. Influential figures in media. I could care less about some of that. I care about the media, not the influential people, because a lot of the influential people that they say are influential, they come out with scammy tokens. But I don't want to get on that. I'm the hater of rap tokens and anybody who come out with a say, "Oh, I got a crypto token, guys, buy it." I'm a hater. Positive endorsements or investments by famous personalities can lead to greed, while criticism can cause fear. Now, it can only lead to greed, I say, and you're going to get a lot of this as the bull run starts. You're going to see a lot of celebrities coming out saying, "Oh, I got a crypto token. Buy my crypto token." It's going to be a lot of newcomers and beginners just rushing in to get a piece of the pie because they're going to know somebody whose wallet is inflated on crypto and money, but they're not going to really understand crypto and not realize that that person over there, their friend or their family member or their YouTuber, has a lot of gains in their wallet, but those are blue chip projects. They're not going to understand that, so they're going to run out and they're just going to throw money at the market. It's going to happen. Market manipulation. Don't I hate that? Pump and dump schemes or whale movements. Large holders moving significant amounts of cryptocurrency can also sway sentiment. Guys, this is why I say get your Twitter account, because there's a lot of market manipulation that you get to see taking place if you follow certain Twitter accounts, and you can see the whales moving money. Lots of money, and they may be moving it to an exchange so that they can sell it. Well, you can get a head start on that and say, why are they moving so much XRP? Damn, why are they moving so much Casper? Why are they moving so much HBAR? It make you dig a little bit more. Pay attention, guys. How to use fear and greed. This is the meat and potatoes. The fear and greed index is a useful tool for traders and investors. We are all on the Grow Rich, Grow Happy community. We're both. It helps you gauge the market sentiment and make more informed decisions. Warren Buffett, a famous American businessman and investor, advised to be fearful when others are being greedy and be greedy when others are being fearful. This strategy, if you didn't hear nothing that I said or read in this article, pay attention to this next sentence. This strategy suggests that the best time to buy is when others are panicked, and the best time to sell is when others are overly confident. I can stop right there because I can go back over here and you say, Mr. Forsyth, how the hell do I know? How do I know when other people are being super greedy? How do I know it's time to sell? This is when you can come over here to places like coinmarketcap.com and you can look at this fear and greed index right here. If that little circle right there is way at the end over here in this dark green, that means people being greedy, everything is going good, and you're just waiting to jump out. Actually, you should be thinking, I need to be taking some profits right now, because the fear and greed never lies. It never lies. I wish it did. It was times I thought it lied. It was times I said to myself, fear and greed lies. I'm going to be greedy too. Everybody else making money. Everybody else buying in. Let me jump back over here. Everybody else buying in when everything's falling. I mean, when everything's going through the roof. I got people calling me. Oh man, I just put $1,000 into this token, and man, it's 10,000 already. And everybody's buying in. Their family members buying in. Their cousins and friends. Then I go to jump my butt in, and I say, well, I'm about to get some of that too. Ignoring the signs that it's on dark green. Everybody's being greedy. I jump in, boop, bottom falls out. It's back over in the red because everybody done sold. You know, I was the exit liquidity for the smart people who paid attention to the current events and they paid attention to the fear and greed index. Grow Rich and Grow Happy community. That is the importance of that little meter that I talk about, or that I brush over when I go into CoinMarketCap. I wanted to highlight that today mainly because we've been talking a lot about preparation for the upcoming bull run, and every now and then I get comments down below. I get them on the street. Lots of people I know, family members. When do I sell? How do I know when I sell? And I told you, remember in the last video I made, I said there's no magic time to sell. It's only what you're comfortable with. Well, the closest thing you can get to knowing when to sell is the fear and greed index. If you take everything that I've shown you up to this point and everything that I'm going to continue bringing you, and you take that fear and greed index and you use that as your compass for when to buy and when to sell, you can't help but make money. When I say that, and anyway, that's not financial advice. It's factual. You can't help but make money if you use the tools that are given to you. And what I just gave you in this video, guys, is the cheat code. I've just given you the fear and greed index and told you how important it is. Warren Buffett even pretty much have told you. This is how the rich stay rich. It's how they get rich. You're never going to reach your goals unless you start taking advantage of the tools that you have right in front of you. Doesn't take a lot of money, but it does take a lot of patience and knowing what to do when the time is right. And the fear in index meter, that's this index, guys. It's the cheat code. It is the cheat code. So, yeah, that's it. Seriously, that's it. I can seriously pack things up right now, shut down this YouTube channel, and be comfortable saying I've given you guys enough. to be successful in this upcoming bull run. I am confident with that. This was the cherry or icing on the cake. I think that's how it go. I don't know. Let me know down below though, guys. How many of you, this is a good one. This is a good question. How many of you pay attention to the fear and greed index? And if you do pay attention to the fear and greed index, how many of you actually use it as your lighthouse beacon to when to buy and when to sell? Sound off below, guys. To the next one. I'm out.